Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the TACP Pipeline. Now in this part of the series, I'm going to specifically talk about the current TACP Pipeline. Not the pipeline that I went through 10 years ago, not the pipeline that you may have heard about your friends who went through a couple years ago, but the current TACP Pipeline. So if you were to leave for the military and it be day one, this is going to be a video specifically tailored for you and what the current TACP Pipeline looks like. Now, play the intro. Here are all the courses that you need to go to and pass in order to be an Air Force TACP. First, you have to go through Air Force Basic Training, and then Special Warfare Prep, TACP Prep. Now, assuming you're not terrible at PT, you're going to move on to the TACP Schoolhouse. In the TACP Schoolhouse, there's 4 blocks. Block 1, Block 2, Block 3, and Block 4. And we're going to discuss all of those. Next, if you pass the TACP Schoolhouse, you're going to go through SEER. And then lastly, Army Airborne School. Airborne. First, you have Air Force Basic Training. It is 8.5 weeks long. You're going to learn how to be in the military, how to do customs and courtesies. You're going to have a bunch of classes on Air Force heritage. You're going to shave your head. You're going to be issued all your military clothing, and you're going to learn the basics of the military. However, with being a Special Warfare Airman, it does come with some perks. In Air Force Basic Training, the Special Warfare Airmen have strength and conditioning coaches and running coaches that are dedicated to them, that actually come out every morning and PT with them. They didn't always have that, and that's a nice addition for all the Special Warfare Airmen that are currently going through basic training. Also, as a Special Warfare Airman, you're going to strictly go through Air Force Basic Training with an entire flight of Special Warfare Airmen. You're going to go through with PJs, Special Reconnaissance, combat controllers, and all the people trying out for TACP, you're going to be in there as well. In Air Force Basic Training, you're going to be restricted to the confines of the basic training complex and the instructors in it. You're in their world, and honestly, it's probably not going to be very fun of a time for you, but that's just what it is. You're not going to really have contact with your families or the outside world. However, once you graduate basic training, you're going to move on to Special Warfare Prep. Next you have Special Warfare Prep. It is 8 weeks long. The purpose of Special Warfare Prep is to prepare all the Special Warfare Airmen for their pipelines. The PJs, the Special Reconnaissance, combat controllers, and the TACPs. It's prepping all of these Special Warfare Airmen for their pipelines. If you're a TACP in Special Warfare Prep, you're going to have a bunch of different people who aren't TACPs who are going to be going through Special Warfare Prep with you. In Special Warfare Prep, you're going to have some of the best strength and conditioning coaches, running coaches, mobility coaches, swimming coaches. They're going to prepare you for TACP Prep. They're going to get you in amazing physical shape. They're going to start off fairly easy, but their curriculum is designed to peak you after you complete the course. Special Warfare Prep is also going to have active duty cadre who are there just to harp on your attention to detail and make sure that you're prepared mentally for the pipeline to come. At times, they're going to smoke you. At times, they're going to make you miss sleep. They're going to stress you out, but they're also going to build you up to maximize your potential at the end of Special Warfare Prep. And you're going to go into whatever pipeline that you're going into in the best mental condition, the best physical condition, and you are just going to be ready to crush TACP Prep after Special Warfare Prep. Hopefully. That's the intent of it. You're going to learn things like Special Warfare history of all the different career fields. You're going to learn more about the TACP career field, but most importantly, you're going to be spending this time with your teammates, building a bond with them, and getting ready to go into the pipeline. You get a lot more liberty than you do at Air Force Basic Training. Typically, you're going to be released at around 4:30 p.m. every day. You get to eat as much food as you want. In Special Warfare Prep, you're working out 2, 3, sometimes even 4 times a day with either running, swimming, rucking, strength and conditioning, calisthenics, mobility, all these different exercises you're doing. And as a TACP, you even have to go through all the swimming. So if you don't know how to swim, that's okay. It's not a pass or fail event, Again, they're just mixing in different workouts for you to maximize your athletic potential for once you get out of Special Warfare Prep. In Special Warfare Prep, you still live with your entire team just like you did at Air Force Basic Training. However, like I mentioned before, there's still a little bit more leeway. You can go back to the dorm and they have all the recovery tools. They have ice baths, cold baths. So after you're done working out all day, you can just go hang out in the jacuzzi or the hot tub. You can go hang out in the ice baths. You can go hang around the lounge. There's ping pong tables, pool tables, and a lot of reading material. So you get to hang out in Special Warfare Prep, you get your cell phones, you get all that liberty back, and you're basically just getting paid to work out all day long. Special Warfare Prep is awesome. However, the active duty cadre are ensuring that you're still maintaining your discipline and you're mentally preparing for the suck that is going to come in the pipelines.
What are you? Count.
The next course that you need to attend is TACP Prep. TACP Prep is 5 days long. TACP Prep is a PT smoker. You can fail TACP Prep. This is the first course that you're attending that you're gonna have to put a little bit of work in to pass. TACP Prep is a PT smoker. Throughout the week, you're doing roughly 5 hours of PT a day. You're gonna do PT in the morning for a few hours. You're gonna go eat, and then you're gonna come back and get academics for a couple hours, and then you're gonna do one last workout at the very end of the day. It's a PT smoker. None of the workouts are very hard. However, if you do a 2-hour calisthenics session, a 3-mile run, a 2-mile ruck, and then at the very end of the day you're doing like a 30 to 45 minute CrossFit WOD, it starts to put a tax on your body. And after 3 or 4 days of that, you're gonna be smoked. TACP Prep is a PT smoker.
And his name is John C.
Pass runs, you have to pass rucks, and at the very end of the week you have to take a test of all the academics that you learned. Also, you need to be able to pass a 4-mile ruck in under an hour. Now the weight of this ruck isn't very much. Throughout the TACP pipeline, they're going to be progressing you in weight and ruck distance. Nobody typically fails a 4-mile ruck, but I've seen it happen a couple times. Lastly, in TACP Prep, the instructors are going to hit on attention to detail. You can go into PT and all of your attention to detail items could be correct, and you could just roll straight on through the week. But 99% of the time, there's 1 or 2 guys in the flight, they're doing something that they shouldn't be doing, and the entire team gets smoked for it. TACP Prep is just a smoke fest. It's gonna be rough physically, but you need to pass this in order to move on to the TACP schoolhouse. Here are all the things that you need to pass in TACP Prep. You need to pass the initial pass test, you need to pass intervals, you need to pass your 3-mile run, 2-mile run, 3-mile ruck, 2-mile ruck, team building, and lastly, you need to pass your 4-mile ruck. Those are all the physical events that you need to pass in order to move on.
But Bunkley, what about the TACP schoolhouse?
Oh, Jordan, thank you for being so concerned with this topic. Unfortunately, I don't have enough time today to talk about the TACP schoolhouse. However, stay tuned for next week's episode, the current TACP pipeline part 2. Thank you guys for watching. Stay funky.